right, let's rock and roll. We got the Tarpons and the Saints. South Lafourche will be kicking the St. Louis. Should be a good ball game here. Maybe on schedule to start a little before 7 o'clock. I'm always okay with that.
It's been pretty consistent in the years where we talked a couple of minutes before 7.
Tarpons are in the home blue with the blue bottoms, white helmets, white trim. St. Louis in the road whites, white helmets, and orange trim.
St. Louis Saints defense, Casey, they have 2 shutouts on the year. They gave up 7 points twice during the year. The most they've ever given up so far this year is 21.
Spoken like a defense with 10 of 11 seniors.
Yes.
Their starting quarterback tonight, Luke Pearson. Their starting running back, Kyle Turner. On the edges, B.J. Willis and Trey Tate.
Tarpon defense, the least amount they allowed this year was 14.
Gonzalez takes the field with his kicking crew.
I tell you, the opponents that Saints are playing, they outscored their opponents 231 to 68. Tarpons 191 to 180.
I got something for you there. St. Louis does an excellent job compiling stats. I got a really cool stat that I saw in just a second. I'll tell you after the opening kickoff. Cesar has the ball on the tee. Or almost has the ball on the tee. And that stat, by the way, Brian, St. Louis has outscored their opponents 48-6 in the third quarter this year. So they are excellent in the third quarter. They've outscored their opponents 55-14 in the first quarter. So coming out of the first and the third, they're awfully tough. Let's rock and roll. Gonzalez kicks it away. High arching kick. That'll be caught at the 13-yard line, working up the field. Has a big wall. And St. Louis may house the opening kick. They're across midfield. They'll be pushed out of bounds to the Tarpon 35-yard line. Willis on the return.
You can see it was a high kick by Gonzalez, and they had a huge hole right up the middle of the field. Tarpons did a good job of not giving up on the play to stop the touchdown.
So St. Louis will take over.
The 33-yard line.
Their starting quarterback, as we said a minute ago, is Luke Pearson, a senior. He's in a pistol. And the Tarpons jumped off sides.
Well, it depends who's going to call this. If the side judge called it, it would probably been a Tarpons. Back judge.
No flag. What they're going to say is the Tarpons jump, but not into the neutral zone.
Yeah, and that's why the guy, the official outside the side judge, never threw the flag.
Kyle Turner in the backfield with Pearson. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all, and he's got a man down there. It's going to be caught for a touchdown. See if we can get the ID on the young man's number 14. B.J. Willis. There's a flag on the play. I think it's going to be defensive interference on South Lafourche. St. Louis gets a long kickoff, and in one play, we think scores a touchdown to make it 6-0. Interference. Oh, offense! Oh, wow, they're going to call a push on St. Louis. Tarpons are going to catch a little bit of a break early, and that's going to make it 1st and 25. Woo! We'll take it. So the foul will go on St. Louis. Maybe a little push off there right before the ball got there by Willis. It was a sophomore receiver. The ball will be moved all the way back to the 48-yard line. See if the Tarpons can make that hurt. Truck was asking where the crowd was. They're here. They were camped out, waiting for Tarpon walk. Pearson in an empty shotgun set, shuffling some personnel. Strong side of the field to the left. He's got a man in motion. Awaiting the snap. It's going to be an outside sweep run. Tarpon's trying to string it out. Turning the corner slightly, getting about the 42-yard line. It's number 5, 8. Short gain considering the penalty. It'll still be second and awfully long.
They overloaded the left side of the formation with some motion. Tarpons did a good job of stringing it out, not letting them get to the outside.
So it's second and long at the 43-yard line. Pearson rolls out to the right. Throws it to the sideline, caught by Tate. Tarpons rallying again, stop him well short of the first down. He gets it to the 34, but they're still not even getting the penalty yardage all the way back. It'll be 30-12. Good tackle by Kobe Bruce there for South Lafourche. Brings up a 3rd and 12 for the Saints. And we're over here saying in pregame, oh, run, run, run. They hadn't run it yet. Out of the pistol, Pearson being pressured. Flushed outside, under pressure, will throw it in the stands. Great job by the Tarpon defense that time. Jay Nelson looked pretty healthy on that play, Bubba. He was in the quarterback's face, and I think St. Louis is kind of in no man's land. Might just go for this one here at the 35. Brock did say, though, hey, we want to play field position ball. This would be a good chance for a coffin corner, but it looks like they're staying on the field. Trips to the left. Pearson comes with the hard count. They're not budging. They may take a delay of game here and then punt this ball.
I think you're right. Well,
play clock down to 9. Pearson does get the snap. Looking to throw. Under pressure. He's going to have to run a long way. Nope, he fires it incomplete. And the Tarpons will force a turnover on down. Even if they would have caught that, it would have been short of the first down. It was intended for number 18, which is Weininger, and the Tarpon defense, riding the strength of the early interference penalty, gets off the field. 1st and 10 for South Lafourche. The 10-1 mark.
Quarterback did a good job of stepping up in the pocket, but when he was scrambling, trying to throw on the run, his pass off receiver was open. I don't think it would have been enough for the first down.
Dominic, you've been at school all week. You're on the sidelines now. What's the mood like down there, brother? There we go, 1st and 10 for the Tarpons out of the gun. They'll hand it to Meathead. Picking through the line, falling across the 35, gain of about 3. So pretty good job. For those of you who are listening from the St. Louis area, we're not insulting him. We have a running back named Landon Dardar. He wants to be called Meathead. I get asked that at least 2 or 3 times a week. Who's that Meathead guy?
Tarpons had a good push that first play, but they got to stay with their blocks a little bit. A couple of linemen broke off their block early. 2nd
and 7, Ogeron in the gun. Play action, throws a slant, caught by Petrie. It's a Golden Motors first down to the 47-yard line. Simple pitch and catch there for the Tarpons. And Terrence has kind of become almost like that Marcus Colston type receiver. Just that steady presence, good hands, runs good routes. And there he gets a Golden Motors first down for the Tarpons. I talked to Terrence on Wednesday, and he told me, he said, man, my ribs are still hurting a little, but just gutting it out every week. Ogeron, throw it to the sideline. Berg is open. Nice first down gain. Camden Berg out to the 45-yard line. Pushing it across midfield. A gain of about 7 or 8. So Tarpons looking pretty sharp in the early stages. 9:40 and counting in the opening quarter. You got to stop, and now you push it into Saints territory.
Good job so far by the Tarpons using a short passing game as a first down run.
St. Louis is not all that big up front, right? Looks like a line that maybe we could get a little push on. 2nd and 2. Ogeron will keep it. He's got a first down, driving near the 40. It's a Golden Motors first down for Ogeron. Well, I got to tell you, this has been a great start to the game for South Lafourche offensively. They're running it, they're throwing it, they're having some success. Now the kicker. Last year, you got in their territory a ton and did not score. You've got to finish these drives. That was the difference in the game last year. Shotgun set, 3 receivers, strong side of the field, slightly to the left. Tarpons going from up the bayou to down the bayou. They hand it to Dardar. Big hole. Driving near the first down. He's got a Golden Motors first down, a gain of 11. Tarpons ride the right guard in the center, up the middle, and plow forward. Gain of 11. It's a Golden Motors first down.
Big hole that time by the offensive line. Tarpons.
So now you're approaching the Absolute Fitness red zone at the 28-yard line. Trips to the right. It's the weak side of the field, 1st and 10. Now they shuffle Berg in the formation. Handed to Dardar, picking through the line, patient run, falls near the 25, and a big gain of about 3 more. And Brian,
Patient run.
yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Earlier in the year, Landon would have ran into the back of his lineman there. He has learned that vision, that little patience, waiting for the holes to open up, and he got 3 yards out of it there. Got a note, Coach Rod's at Assumption and Lutcher tonight, so we'll get scoreboard updates from him there. 2nd and 7 here, still scoreless, but the Tarpons are knocking on the door. It's an empty shotgun set for Ogeron. Moving Berg around the formation from right to left. Ogeron, design quarterback run, big hole. How far is it going to take it? Inside the 15, about the 12. Tarpons are in the absolute finish red zone after another bonus first down. Great start to the game for South Lafourche up front, getting a big old push on that St. Louis defensive line.
Coach Young doing a good job mixing up the run and the pass right now in the different formations he's coming out in. We are outnumbering the Saints on defense, where we have more guys at our point of attack than what they have to stop it.
1st and 10. It is not 1st and goal. 1st and 10 for the Tarpons at the 11-yard line. Ogeron hands it to Dardar. That time he stacked up. Very little gain, maybe a yard. Number 0 on the tackle for St. Louis. That is Cade Nugent, a senior. Who am I kidding, a senior? They're all seniors. Vanderbilt has just scored and taken a 7-0 lead over Ellen. Their scoreboard update brought to you by 3T, home of the drive-through oil change. Here it's 2nd and 9 for the Tarps. High form set, sending the cure in motion. Play action, Ogeron rolls out. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked by number 6, that time back at the 18-yard line. Number 6 is Luke Mayer for the Saints. Now the Tarpons will play a 3rd and about 17. If you're BJ, do you just try to get, 7-8 yards, make it a little easier for Cesar, or do you throw it into the end zone here? We're about to find out. It's an empty shotgun set, 3rd and a mile. Ogeron steps up in the pocket, looking to run. He's going to get a short gain, not a whole lot, to about the 16, gain of about 2. And I think the Tarpons might be kicking the field goal here with 5:50 to go in the 1st. BJ thinking about it. It's 4th and about 16. And it looks like they're going for it.
Becoming a hard count. It's 1st.
Let's see. Still in that empty shotgun set. There's the snap. He drops the snap, picks it up. Has a little time. There's a flag on the play, and he's going to be dropped near the 30-yard line. We expect the flag will be a hold, and St. Louis will get off the field. Tarpons get into the absolute finish red zone and get Dinata. It's a holding on South Lafourche. It's a sack by Cade Nugent. The Saints will have the ball at the 33. Deja vu of last year. Tarpons move the ball, can't score.
First, I thought the drop snap would help him a little bit when he picked it up, but good coverage by the Saints in the defensive secondary. No one was open.
Let's see if the Tarpon defense can come through again. Midway through the opening quarter, still scoreless. Pearson will lead his offense back out onto the field. He'll be joined in the backfield by Turner. Actually, this will be a direct snap to back. Looking to turn the corner. Nice gain. How far is he going to run? 45-50. Big old gain. He's tripped up at the 35 by Carmardell. That's number 32 on the carry, which is Montnet. Just a little wildcat action there from St. Louis. They turned the corner and turned it into a big gain out into Tarpon territory. And a good job by Maddox Carmardell coming up and making a play. Same formation, same play, right in the blocker, same result, a big gain. He may house this one. Nope, he's tripped up at the 15, but a gain of 20 more.
Remember the studio after the play-by-play short edge formation? That's the formation, you know, and no adjustments. They are just outnumbering us to that side of the field.
Graham Motton, a senior linebacker, now they'll get their quarterback Pearson back into the game. Strong side of the field to the left for the Saints. Inside handoff, not much. Better job by the Tarpons that time. The handoff was to the starting tailback, Turner. Picked up about 2.
Yeah, not many teams have run the ball up the middle on the Tarpons this year.
Scoreboard update brought to you by 3T. Lutcher gets an opening field goal. They lead 3-0 over Assumption. 2nd and 8 here. Inside handoff. Nice hold, driving across the 10. Short of the sticks is Turner. It'll bring up 3rd and short for St. Louis. Ball at the 8-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 2. Kobe Bruce on the stop for South Lafourche.
Look at the Saints may have 2 downs here.
Yep, depends on, I guess, what they like or don't like kicking-wise. But, yeah, if it's 4th and 1, I think they would go. Staying in the gun, Turner with the quarterback Pearson. They get the snap. They hand it, and they're going to only need 1 down. He gets inside the 5. It is a 1st down. About the 2. Nothing fancy on this drive. St. Louis just saying, you know what, we're running it, come stop it. And so far, the Tarpons have had a hard time. 1st and goal from the 3.
Yep, the 3.
1st and goal.
Pearson. Inside handoff to Turner. I don't think he got in, but he did gain some yards from the 3 to the 1. 3:15 and counting in the opening quarter. St. Louis is 1 yard away from pay dirt.
Still in the gun. Tarpons have a chance here to get them for a loss.
3 minutes on the dot and counting in the opening quarter. Pearson comes with a hard count. And it's a false start. I was just about to say, what's the benefit of a hard count from the 1? You're going to move up the ball an inch. Instead, you fool yourself, and now you're moving the ball back to the 6. I don't understand the risk-reward of that one there.
Yeah.
Tarpons will take it. 2nd and goal now from the 6. Pearson hands it to Turner off right tackle. He didn't get in. He got close, though. Got to about the 2. But that's where the penalty kills you. That would have been a touchdown without the penalty.
They can slide that ball at the 3.
Back to the 3. 3rd and goal. 2:23 and counting in a first quarter that has flown by. They subbed their quarterback. I think number 0 is about to take this snap, Caden Nugent.
Yes.
Oh, it ain't going to be Nugent. It's going to be our guy 34 who's been taking these direct snaps. Here he is. Up the middle. Did he get in?
Yes.
Yes, he did. Second effort got him in. It's 6-0 St. Louis. On a touchdown run from 32, Montet. Actually, let's say Turner, the direct snap to the running back.
Flag on the play. Is it?
That's what they said. Maybe a little extracurricular. It is a dead ball unsportsmanlike on the Tarpons. So that'll be enforced on the kickoff. Unless if Brock wants to enforce it on the try, maybe steal an extra point.
Yeah, they're going to take it on the kickoff.
So the extra point will be attempted by the Saints, who have, in their second drive, taken the lead. Can you give me a number on that kicker, boss? Looks like maybe number 3.
7.
7, okay. Daudrill, Landon Daudrill to kick it away. Snap is there, kick is up, and it is right down the middle. So St. Louis gets a touchdown on their second drive. They lead 7-0. Let's take a 1-minute break. The Tarpons are going to try to answer when we get back on KLEB.
Our next associate tonight, with jersey off the back, please, Miss Erin Dewey, stand up. Number 29, Gregor Semino asked Miss Erin Dewey, English teacher at Lafourche High School, to wear his jersey. Thank you, Miss Erin, for what you do. Back to return for the Tarpons, number 16, Tyrese Edwards. Zach Zugandi kicking for the Saints. All right, another one of our administrators tonight for recognition for jersey of the back. Mr. Matt Jeremy, please stand up. Number 1, Titan Alamo asked Mr. Matt Jeremy, math teacher at Lafourche High School, to wear his jersey. Thank you, Mr. Jeremy, for what you do. Pass is complete to number 3, Terrence Pete. And it's good for Tarpon, first down. Pass intended to the Cures, incomplete. 2nd and 10, Tarpons. Hand off to Meathead. He'll gain a couple of yards on the play. Tackle made by number 32, Montez. Pass is complete to Meathead. Tackle made by number 6, Mirror. 4th and 4 for the Tarpons. Nick Coleman kicking for the Tarpons. Number 2 is Varney returning. All right, one more administrator for tonight. Ms. Jerry Robichaud, please stand up.
This baby will get your heart racing as much as your slick new devices do. Switch to Rev. No contracts, no data caps, no nonsense. It's the high-speed internet you need. Build your plan at letsrev.com. Let's Rev. Internet speed so fast, you're gonna need seatbelts for your sofa. Switch to Rev. No contracts, no data caps, no nonsense. It's the high-speed internet you need. Build your plan at letsrev.com. Let's Rev.
Over after the punt. We're at 1st and 10. Outside handoff, looking to turn the corner, and they'll get a first down on first down out to about the 38-yard line. So good run there by Turner.
Talking with Coach Mathern during the week, he was saying they love to run the football, and that's what they're trying to do. And they got some big boys up front who do an excellent job opening up these holes.
Scoreboard update that is going to maybe surprise you after this play. 1st and 10. Pearson will hand it off. Nope, rolling out this time. Looking to throw, has some time, throws it as far as he can down the field. And it is incomplete. And a flag will come out. Ja'Kias Poisson maybe got a little handsy, but Kyle Turner all the way down the field. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty, we think, on the Tarpons. I said that last time, and it was offensive interference. So this time it goes via St. Louis. It is on the Tarpons. Scoreboard update brought to you by 3T, home of the drive-through oil change. Edie White 7, Berwick 7.
Say again, please.
Edie White 7, Berwick 7.
Well, look, Coach LaSagne said last week on Sports Corner that Berwick's going to come and give them some look that they haven't seen all year running the football.
Final score there, Edie White 59, Berwick 7. Who knows? Crazier things have happened. A shotgun set, an empty shotgun set for the Saints. They'll do a little pop pass to Turner. Looking to turn the corner, now cuts back inside across the 40, dropped to the 33. That'll go as a reception for the back there, and it is another first down. St. Louis moving the ball with ease in the early stages.
Nice job by Max Vedros coming from behind, making a tackle.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Saints at the Tarpon 33-yard line. Quarterback with that same little pop pass to Turner, looking to bounce outside. He's going to be hit and dropped near the sticks by Edwards.
Turner carries the ball again.
That's a good, safe play because if by some chance the running back drops it, it's just an incomplete pass. It's not a fumble. It's like a toss play, but you're taking the risk of the muff away.
Second play in a row where the Tarpons have to come from behind to make the tackle.
2nd and 1 for St. Louis at the 23-yard line. Strong side of the field to the right. They got trips that way. Pearson. Play action, rolls out. Looking down the field, and he's got a man wide open. He's going to be out at the 2. That's number 5 on the grab, Trey Tate. Boy, he had a man wide open. And the Saints are going to be in the red zone at the 3-yard line. They're running it and throwing it right now, Bubba. They're doing just about whatever they want on offense.
And look, they're just spreading the field on the Tarpons. When they get their run alleys and them little passes off tackle, they're taking it.
Number 6 in the backfield for the Saints. And they're going to hand it to him, and he's going to try to drive in. He may have fumbled at the end of the play. And they're fighting for it. The Tarpons think they might have the ball. I think stretching out to the goal line, he tried to get into the end zone. Luke Mayer, and when he stretched out, he lost the ball. And then St. Louis had a couple of linemen dive, but when they dove, they pushed it out in the end zone, and the Tarpons recovered it. So South Lafourche gives up possession to the 3-yard line and then forces a turnover. You'll be buried in your own end zone, but boy, that's better than giving up 6 points.
Yes, it is. And his forward progress was stopped, but he was laying down on top of people. That's why they kept the play alive.
Dominic, what was it looking like? Great to see from Cade. Tarpons now, they're buried in the end zone at the 3-yard line. Can they get themselves a little breathing room in the gun? Well, there's some breathing room. There's 5 yards of breathing room. The hard count gets St. Louis to jump offside. Almost like, really, when you think about it, it's almost like 2 turnovers for St. Louis so far in the game, right? I mean, you have the passing interference with the offense. That was almost like a turnover, and then there you turn it over in the end zone. 1st and 5 for the Tarpons from their own 8-yard line. Ogeron has a little more breathing room. Look at how wide those receivers are down the field. They're almost standing out of bounds. Ogeron will look to run. Gets near the 10, maybe gained a yard, a little shy of the 10.
He'll pick up a yard on the play.
So to bring up 2nd and a long 3 for the Tarps.
Tackle made by number 6, Mir. 2nd and 4.
Yeah, Tarpons spreading the field, trying to get some running alleys for Carson.
Actually, they gave him all the way to the 10, so it is a gain of 2. Bring up 2nd and 3. Let's go, Carson. Let's get a big play. Get out of here. Get out of this hole. 2nd and short for the Tarps. Shuffling the personnel in the gun. Inside handoff to Meat. And very little, if anything, that time. Good job by the St. Louis defense.
1 yard gain on the play.
There's our guy 0 on the stop. Also number 10 on the stop. 0 is Kay Nugent. Number 10 is Nathan Gray. Pere seniors.
Tackle was made by Nugent. 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2 for South Lafourche. Now we'll give Meathead about a half a yard on that last play. In the gun. Inside handoff. There's a first down and more. Driving across the 20. Meathead loses the shoulder to 25. Big hole by the offensive line. It's a golden first down. And the Tarpons now are out of the hole with 9:24 to go in the second quarter. 7-0 St. Louis.
Now the Tarpons have some room.
First and 10. Ogeron in the gun. Keeps it, trying to bounce off the right side. He's trying to make a man miss, but he gets about 2, maybe 3. Across the 25 to about the 27, 28-yard line.
Most games we play, Carson, his speed would be enough to get to the outside, but the Saints have some quickness on their defense.
Yeah, they do. And they've got that Dennis Gaines mentality of, hey, we're all going to the ball. That's obviously learned. Coach Mathern coached under Dennis for a while. 2nd and 7 for the Tarpons. Strong side of the field to the left. Shotgun set. Design quarterback run. Ogeron across the 30. Big hole. Driving across the 35. It's a Golden Gophers first down. Good surge. Carson gets the first down, and the Tarpons are on the move.
Simple design run for Ogeron right up the middle.
With the way both of these teams are looking to run, don't want to jinx it. We're going to have an early night. It's already midway into the second quarter here, and it's 7:28 local time. 1st and 10 for the Tarpons. Ball at the 36-yard line. Ogeron will hand it to Dar. Nope, he keeps it. Looking to bounce outside. He's hit and dropped near the line of scrimmage. Great open field tackle that time by number 6 for St. Louis, which is Luke Mir.
Again, the Saints just showed that quickness they have on defense.
Yep, Carson this season has been breaking those types of tackles. These St. Louis teams a little quicker than some of the defenses we've seen, minus Letcher, and they're tackling as well as anybody we've seen this year, minus Letcher.
These backers are starting to creep up. Almost time to hit right over the middle.
2nd and 10, Ogeron drops back, steps up, looking to run. He's across the line of scrimmage, across the 40. He maybe has a first down. See where they mark him out. They'll put him a little short near the 45, so he gained about 9. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. Good job by Carson there. He was looking at a bunch of different receivers, went through his progressions, and then took off. Last year, Carson would go through one progression and then take off. So that was just a little bit of the growth that he's made. Third and 1. You've got to get to the 46. You're at the 45. 7:09 to go in the half. In the gun. They'll hand it to Meathead. I don't think so. I don't know that he got anything.
No, the spot on his side will be short.
I think he might have lost a foot. So now it'll be 4th and about a yard and a foot.
4th and inches.
BJ for now is signaling that the offense will stay on the field. 6:49 and counting. I don't think number 10's giving this ball up. I think he's going to keep this one. Everybody on the line for St. Louis, 5-man front. Carson looks to the sideline. The play clock still has 17 seconds on it. 3 receivers to the far side of the field, but boy, they're on the sideline. Ogeron hands it to Dardar, first down. Meathead driving, still driving, and he's down to the 49-yard line. The Golden Gophers first down. St. Louis dared him to run, and South Lafourche said, all right, will go ahead and pick up this first down. Number 60, Sawyer Wells, will have to check out of the game for one play. His helmet got taken off. Sure, Sawyer's saying what same thing BJ's saying. Well, my helmet didn't just come off. Somebody pulled it off.
Nice job up front with a good push on that 4th down.
Tarpons have gone from their own 3 to the St. Louis 49. 6 minutes and counting in the opening half. Strong side of the field to the right. They handed to Dardar. Not a whole lot. A trio of Saints there taken down after a gain of about a yard. Maybe actually, you know what, we'll say no gain there. Sawyer Wells will check back into the game. Maurice DeLotte will check out. Maurice DeLotte has played a big role in this year's team. He's what's called the swing lineman. If anybody goes down, he could plug it in and play all 5 of the positions. He's done a great job this season in that role. 2nd and 10 for the Tarpons here. Ogeron will throw it down the middle, caught by Bird. Not going to be first down yardage, but you get a little closer, pick up about 4 to the 45-yard line.
4-yard gain on the play. 3rd and 6.
It's just so hard to stop that, man. Those little short, quick passes.
Figure 2-down territory. If he went forward around midfield.
Yeah, barring a sack or a big negative play, I tend to agree. 3rd and 6.
Yeah, cross.
And they just jumped, so it'll be 3rd and 1. Second time this drive, St. Louis jumps offside. And boy, you could see the steam coming off of Coach Mathern over there. I'm sure he's not happy about that. The ball will now be at the 40-yard line. And the Tarpons, well, they were showing the heavy personnel, but now they're going to stay in the gun. .4:48 and counting. BJ Young will actually call his first timeout. We'll take it with him. Tarpons are driving late in the first half, down 7-0. We'll be back in 1 minute on KLEB.
All right, another foul appreciation. Number 2, Caden Jarvis, ex-Coach Bro, PA Safety and Marine Ops Speaker at Lafourche High School, to wear his jersey. Thank you to Coach Bro. Another one tonight, Miss Stephanie Tarpons. Number 17, Cesar Gonzalez asked Miss Stephanie Tarpons, art teacher at Lafourche High School, to wear his jersey. Thank you for what you do. Another administrator tonight, Mr. Eric Zack. Number 6, Max Vidros asked Mr. Eric Zack, ag teacher at Lafourche High School, to wear his jersey tonight. Thank you, Mr. Zack.
Casey just started with Coach Brian Colley. You've got to get a full yard here. BJ just called his first time out of the half to discuss it with his team. Let's see what they come with in the gun. Ogeron handed to Dardar. Easy first down. How far is he going to run? Across the 30. Lowers his shoulder. Gets to the 20-yard line. With about 19 from Meathead and a Golden Motors first down. Violent runner is that young man.
Ellender on the tackle for the Saints.
You know the best thing about Landon Dardar?
Coming back 2 years.
Yep, 2 more years of him in the backfield for the Tarps. 4:30 and counting. The Tarpons are 2 yards away from the Absolute Fitness red zone, a place that they have been once tonight, but came away empty. Man in motion. Jarvis, they'll hand it to Dardar. He will get into the Absolute Fitness red zone and pump his legs about the 15. And I got about the 16, so a really good run.
2nd and 5 for the Tarpons. Number 10, Nathan Gray on the tackle for the Saints. Number 10, Nathan Gray on the tackle for the Saints.
Tarpons just taking it right down the Saints' throat right here.
3:48 and counting. It is 2nd and about 4 for the Tarps. Man in motion. They'll hand it to Dardar again. Not much. He lost yards that time.
Hand off to me.
A good job by the middle of the St. Louis defense stuffing that run.
No gain on the play. No gain on the play.
No gain will bring up third and about 4. I'll say he lost about a half yard. They have to put it in the air here. Trips to the left. Ogeron looks to the sideline. Tarpons have 18 seconds to burn. That's one thing South Lafourche has done much better. They've gotten onto the ball a lot quicker as this year's gone on. Ogeron hands it to Dardar again. Nothing. It'll bring up fourth down for South Lafourche. 58 for St. Louis was the guy who stopped the penetration. I'll tell you who that is. That would be Ethan Goss. And Jordan Davis also on the stop. It's fourth, and it looks like a little bit more than 5. I think if you get a hard count and get a penalty, I don't think you would have the first down. Tarpons are staying on the field, and BJ will call his second timeout. Not a bad idea. 2:25 to go in the opening half, 4th and 5. I just don't think you'll be able to run it unless if it's a broken play where Carson runs for it. Might have to try to put it in the air. When you need 5 yards, that's usually when Terrence Pete's open 7 yards down the field.
Yeah, look, you're in a situation here. 3 points would help. You get the ball back.
All right, well, Mr. Daniel Garner, please stand up.
But the way the Saints are moving the ball, they're not finishing, so that's helping the Tarpons out.
To wear his jersey tonight, thank you, sir.
See the Tarpons coming another hard count, or
And the next one is for Coach B.J. Young.
Number 56, Austin Hendricks, Coach B.J. Young, head football coach.
So 4th down for South Lafourche. 1 timeout left, 2:25 to go in the opening half. In the absolute fitness red zone, in the gun, 4 receiver set, 2 on each side. Ogeron looks to the sidelines. The play clock hasn't even started yet. There it starts. Gives Carson plenty time to direct traffic at the line of scrimmage. Flanks Meathead out, looking to throw. Throws it as far as he can down the field. The cure's there. And the Tarpons are going to get a pass interference ball in the end zone. So back shoulder action, and the defensive back for St. Louis just kind of ran over the cure. That will be a first down for South Lafourche on the pass interference penalty. Golden Motors first down. Dominic, you were right there. He got there early. Dominic says it was a good call by the officials. That would have been one heck of a catch. And let me tell you, that was a pretty pass from Ogeron. That gave his receiver a chance to make a play. Half the distance to the goal. The ball will now be at the 9-yard line.
plenty time.
Oh, yeah. Heck. I would be inclined to run the football and drain even more time. First and goal. Tarpons have motion all over the place, just reshuffling the formation. Now they get set. They hand it to Dardar. He's near the 5. He'll be stopped around the 6-yard line, and a late flag. There was a little hand fighting going on between Jarvis and the defensive back down there. And boy, I really hope Jarvis didn't cost the Tarpons 15 yards. They were both going at one another. Maybe it's offsetting. Nope, it's a personal foul. That is an extremely costly penalty.
Yeah, number 3 for the Saints just pointed his head like Jarvis would have hit him in the head. Or whoever it was. I didn't see him.
Yeah, it was definitely 11, Landon Jarvis. Just gave him a little bit of a jab right at the end of the play. And now you go from first and goal at the 8 to second and goal at the 23. That's a huge penalty. That hurts. Did the down count? Yeah, it did. So it is second down, second and goal.
That's what they're going to discuss right here.
Where's 13? Can we find Camden Berg down the seam? He's been such a weapon this year. It is a 5-receiver set when play resumes. 2:14 to go in the half. Clock will roll. Ogeron steps up, Looking down the field, throw it to the sideline, incomplete. He overshot his receiver.
Second and goal.
Second and goal.
That'll bring up 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Ball is on the 23-yard
Dude, it's going to be hard to get 23 yards in 2 plays. Would you maybe just do, a quarterback draw or something here, try to get 8-9 yards, make it a little easier for your kicker? Or would you go for the gusto?
No, I would try use your 2 plays.
Don't think you're in field goal range yet. You'd have to gain something here. Ogeron under pressure. It's a screen and it's overthrown. All season long, the timing on those screen plays has not been good for South Lafourche. And the shame of it there is Meathead had a little wall. He would have gained some yards had the timing gotten.
And look, I like the call. I think it was a great call coming with the screen, but offensive line has to hold the defense up just a little. Carson didn't have much time to do anything.
Yeah, you want to let him in, but you don't want it to be a jailbreak, and that was a jailbreak. Tarpons have a 3-receiver look to the left, 1 to the right, 4th and goal.
Double
pass. The Cure's got it, and he'll throw it into the end zone. Bird! Touchdown! No flag! Ogeron with the Cure, the Meathead, and the Tarpons are an extra point away. PJ Young opening up his bag of goodies, and he comes away with a touchdown on 4th and goal from the 23. I thought for a second the Cure would have to go to the turf just to catch the first pass. He did a great job keeping his knee off the ground, and it's a 97-yard touchdown drive for the Tarpons pending the try. Snap is a little low. Alamos rolling out. And down he goes. I think he could have maybe gotten that one down. I don't think it was a fake, but there was no one rolling out to run a route. I think that just became a fire drill, so it is going to stay 7-6. Oh, so maybe they were trying some trickery. We'll keep it right here because we're up against halftime. But, partner, maybe the best offensive drive of the year for the Tarpons. There you go, 97 yards on a very good defense.
18 plays.
All right, we'd like to recognize a couple more.
That's
Miss Katrina Billion, please stand up.
Katrina Billion, please stand up. Number 57, Eden Bruce. Secretary of Southeast High School wearing his jersey.
Miss Angie Gidry.
So the Tarpons will kick it away. St. Louis will have all 3 timeouts.
Number 71, Luke Pete, administrative assistant to wear his jersey tonight. Thank you,
How about Miss Maggie Punch?
7-6 our score, 1:50 to go.
Big spot here for the Tarpons. We get the ball to start the second half. We got 150 to play defense.
Tonight, thank you, Miss Punch.
And I'll do you one better. You've got 1 play here to guard this damn kick.
Well, yeah.
As they took the opening kick into your territory. 14 is back for St. Louis. 32 is back for St. Louis. 14 would be Willis. 32 would be Montnett. See if Cesar could launch a good one and the Tarpons could fly down that field.
What's that? Edit what? Oh, I'm not catching y'all. Y'all good. Yeah.
Bombs away. Here's the kick. It's a pretty good one. You can go to Montnett near the end zone. Catches it at the 5. Going to be hit and dropped near the 25. So good kick coverage there. Scoreboard update brought to you by 3T. Home of the drive-through oil change. GDY 21 Berlin 7. Thanks, Coach Rod. Coach Rod is one of the MVPs of the season, by the way. He sends us scores from everywhere around the state. Coach, if you're listening, we appreciate you so much, man. One score I have not yet received, but I want to receive. I want to see how Terrebonne's doing against East St. John. Maybe at halftime we could find that one. 1st and 10 for St. Louis here. Ball at their own 27-yard line. They've got 1:44 and 3 timeouts. Turner in the backfield with the quarterback. Nugent waiting on the snap. They look to throw. Under a little pressure. Flushed out. Throws it deep down the middle. Incomplete. He had a receiver open down there, but it falls incomplete.
I think the officials did miss the hole.
Yeah, I was just about to say, if St. Louis is going to continue to pass block like that, they're going to be against the sticks because that was holding. Got away with it. It falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Look, if you're Coach Mathern, you want to be careful. I'd maybe run the ball, just eat some of the time. You don't want to go incomplete here and give the ball back to South Lafourche. So maybe the safe play call coming here. Pearson and Turner. Snap, straight drop, throws it down the middle. It's caught, hit near the sticks, across the sticks. It's a first down. That's number 14 for the Saints. Willis making the grab.
That'll be a first down to the Saints.
He's a sophomore. The clock stops momentarily to reset the change. It's already rolling again. 128 and counting. Pearson gets the snap under pressure, and he'll run. And he'll get to midfield. Yeah, he'll get a first down. Boy, I thought he was sacked. He just kept his legs going, and he gets a first down, gain of 12 to the Tarpon 47-yard line. Clock will start again now that the change reset. 1:12 to go. Then all Pearson on this drive. Trips to the left. Pearson flushed out to the left, throws it to the sidelines. It's caught. Can the Tarpons rally? And having a hard time. It's a gain of about 16 out to the 30-yard line. Boy, with 56 seconds, well, the clock never stopped, so that's hurting St. Louis. It still has never stopped. They're going to have to add some time. He went out of bounds with about a minute left. They're going to have to add some time. Coach Mathern is livid down there, and that's exactly what he's going to be telling the officials.
Can we ever get someone to
That has been a struggle in every one of our broadcasts, Bubba.
And look, the receivers right here, this spread the field just wide open.
You'll also get a $100 gift certificate.
I think that's why St. Louis is going to be a dangerous team in the playoffs, because they can do both. They're very balanced.
$100 off the ball.
Which time you think you're going to put, 4 or 5 seconds? Or
I would go back to about 57 seconds. Yeah, well, there you go, 58. It will be 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line.
What is more come inbounds?
Pearson with a flag on the play and a false start. The receiver is moving before the snap. Is there any sort of runoff in high school? I know in the NFL the clock would go down to 44 on this.
No, I do not believe.
But the clock should wind again at the referee's signal, though, right?
I would think so, yes.
Which could be problematic because they're not even close to running a play.
Now, St. Louis, how many timeouts do they have left?
All of them. Well, the official is being very generous, so now they are going to get on the ball.
And they don't start.
Nope, they don't start it. Okay, so 1st and 15. Tarpons flinch, but don't come across. Pearson has a 4-receiver shotgun set. And a pistol. Straight drop. Gonna throw it as far as he can. And it's nearly intercepted. Yeah, Tarpons had some contact there, but I don't think it was malicious contact. I think it just the defensive back and the receiver got tripped up with each other.
Good, no call.
Dre Hughes was trying to go out there and get a pick. Would have been his 2nd of the year. Bring up 2nd and 15.
Now the Saints put themselves in a situation. They got 2 plays to pick up this 15 yards. They do have a good kicker, but it'd be a long one.
Yep. Long kicks. You kick it a little lower, could get blocked. Auburn's got to get a stop. Pearson steps up. And there's going to be a hold. And Nelson's going to hammer him out of bounds. Let's see, was that an illegal tackle?
Late.
Yep.
Oh, my God, late.
The flag came in late, but I do think he face masked the crap out of him. It is a chop block called on St. Louis, but there's a flag on the sideline that I think is going to be a face mask. These fouls should offset. Truck, give us a thumbs up. You're right there. Was it a face mask? Yeah, he's saying, yeah, it was. So the fouls will offset. St. Louis will lose 9 seconds of clock.
Second and long.
Boy, that's a big penalty at the end on South Lafourche because it would have been a 15-yarder on St. Louis for the chop
I
block.
thought they were calling a late hit. I mean,
Oh, no, yeah, it was. You could see the way that Pearson's head bobbed, that he got masked. 2nd and 15, we do it over. Little screen. He's flushed out. We'll throw it to the back. Boy, they got some linemen down the field. No flags that I see. They had some linemen down the field. The back will get it to about the 28 and get out of bounds.
I think you're right on that one, Jason.
They had some guys 3, 4, 5 yards down the field, and the ball was caught ahead of the line of scrimmage, so I think they missed that one. It'll be 3rd and 7 with 37 seconds to go. St. Louis does still have all of their timeouts. Halftime report, scoreboard update brought to you by 3T. Lutcher 10-0 at the half over Assumption. 3rd and 7. Pearson will roll out. Under some pressure from Nelson. Nelson's going to hit him as he throws it into the end zone, and it is incomplete. He was just throwing a Hail Mary there. There's huge for Saul Edwards. Haven Green, 4 blue shirts, 2 white shirts. The prayer is not answered, and St. Louis, I think, will be trying a field goal here. With 27 seconds to go,
It's a long one.
Will be a 44-yard field goal. Now, it's a kid that just also almost broke the scoreboard on his kickoff, so he's going to have the leg.
Dog
drill.
Timeout.
And a timeout by South Lafourche. BJ icing the kick.
All right, let's recognize a couple more.
Staff from Sullivan High
Mr.
School.
Justin Gaujor.
Mr. Justin Gaujor.
The Tarpons have something on defense. Special teams.
Last week for the long field goal, they had Carson Ogeron back deep to maybe catch it. I don't think the distance here is going to be the problem for St. Louis. I think it's going to matter whether or not he kicks it straight. 27 seconds to go in an opening half that has been very well played by these teams.
Miss Amanda Diaz.
South Lafourche is trying to get a big stand and keep some momentum going into halftime.
They just talking to the guys to maybe watch the fake or they have some kind of special field goal.
I think they might just be making the kicker think about it for as long as possible. They certainly had a long timeout break there. It'll be Dodro attempting a 44-yarder. He is a senior. Long kick. Usually comes out a little low. Maybe he could get a little block. Let's see. Snap is there. Kick is up. He's got plenty of legs. The kick is no good. Wide left. We missed it wide left. South Lafourche gets off the field defensively. And boy, the story of the half for St. Louis is living in Tarpon territory, but only 7 points to show for it. Figure with no timeouts here, South Lafourche might just take a knee or maybe hand it to Dardar, see if he could break one.
Yeah, you see what happens here on first down. You sort of hand off if you gain.
Yeah, no, they're not even doing that, Bubba. That's victory formation. BJ's saying, hey, I'll take my possession to start the third quarter. And I think, given that your defense just got you a little momentum, that might not be the worst idea. Unless if he's got a trick play out of this formation that we don't know about. And it is a kneel down. And Brock is saying, nope, I got all 3 of them. You're not just kneeling and going to half. We're going to make you at least punt. So Brock calls one of his timeouts, a little gamesmanship. So now if you're BJ, now you got to run plays because plays take more time than a kneel down. You want to grind these 20 seconds down. Do some sort of outside run or
they run a play, second timeout, third timeout.
Oh, they can make the punt. Yeah, they can. It's a good timeout. They can absolutely make the punt. But if I'm the Tarpons, I'm doing my slowest developing plays. Here's some counters, some sweeps, some things that are going to take some time. Vanderbilt 41, Ellender 0, almost at the half. Scoreboard update brought to you by 3T, home of the drive-through oil change. Thank you so much, Corey, for that update. Yep, Tarpons are now in the gun. They'll run their offense. Hand off. Meathead will go down with 15 seconds, and then they'll call their timeout.
That play took 5 seconds.
With 15 seconds to go in the opening half, it'll be 3rd and 10 for South Lafourche.
I think Coach Young would have something up his sleeve here.
Oh, Brian.
One more tonight that we missed.
Scoreboard update brought to you by 3T. Halftime score. Central Lafourche 7, Thibodeau 6.
Tonight, thank you,
If that score holds.
Whew. I think Coach Young may have said the play they were going to run, and Carson kind of almost went to the knee like, what? And they may have changed something. Let's see if Carson gets his wish here.
You want to burn as much time as you can on this play, and then burn the rest of it on the punt. 3rd and 10. Ogeron will keep it. He's got a big game. How far is he going to run? He's across the 40. Now St. Louis isn't getting the ball back. And now the Tarpons could go to half if they choose to. With 9 seconds left, I think BJ might just drain this thing out. And they will. That'll be the end of the first half. With our score, St. Louis 7, South Lafourche 6. Let's go ahead and take a 4-minute timeout. When we get back, our halftime show from Galliano. It was a good first half, and we got a lot to talk about on KLEB.
At Bourgeois Meat Market, our slogan is Miracles in Meat since 1891. To be in business over 130 years, the most important thing is to have a quality product. The next most important thing is customer service. Our old meat market is in Schriever, Louisiana, and we're really proud to be opening up our brand new store in Gray, Louisiana. We have Rev at both locations now. So all these new scales and our POS system runs on technology, and we need Rev to make that happen for us. I highly recommend Rev Business.
Great job, band. Some of the finest students to walk the halls of Lafourche and a well-known talent across our region and state. Give them another round of applause. Great job, band. Some of our senior band members tonight: Pere Gardar, Yamalat Arevalo, McKenna Odre, Ali Plazos, Cody Nguyen, Milo Dolby, Maxwell Gurrow, Liam Rodriguez, Jeannie Bird, JC Jaro, Kent Billiot.
We feel that one was a line drive, a rocket into the end zone.
Yeah, if it don't come straight to me, I'm not moving.
Do you think high school's going to adopt the college and pro at some point of you could fair catch it and get it at the 20 or the 25?
I hope not.
They say that the kickoff is the most dangerous play in the sport. That's why the college and pro does it, but
They just give the ball to 20 and play.
that's kind of how I feel about it as well. 1st and 10 for the Tarpons. Ball to the 20-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, including a tight end. 1 to the left. Ogeron will keep it, and he gets outside. Good gain. He's going to get a first down gain across the 30. So Golden Motors first down, gain of 11 for Carson.
First down,
The Tarpons were trying hard early in the year to save those bullets with Carson. He missed a lot of the games last year injured. Week 8, you're seeing there's no more handcuffs. Go do what you got to do, Bubba.
31-yard line.
And I think it's 100% the right call.
Good start for the Tarpons here in the 3rd quarter.
Golden Motors first down, 1st and 10, strong side of the field to the right. Ogeron keeps it. Will throw down the seam, incomplete. It was intended for Petrie, but good coverage there by St. Louis.
Yeah, Terrence really never got into his route. It's a good job by the same defensive back jamming him.
Pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Empty shotgun set. Now they send Meathead back into the formation. They'll hand it to Dardar. Riding his blockers, pushing forward. Boy, that's a pretty good run. That's hard running there. He didn't have a big old hole, but he ended up turning it into 4.5, 5 yards just by being an animal, quite frankly.
He kept his speed moving.
Yeah, just kept churning. The line was pushing him forward. He has gotten a lot better this season. He's running real hard. 3rd and 5 for the Tarps. 4 receiver set. Ogeron, straight drop, has time, throws it to the check down, which is Dardar. Dardar will get a first down unless if he stepped out. He did not. It's a Golden Motors first down at the 43-yard line. And that's another thing that Carson was doing better. Earlier in the year, BJ said Carson was not inclined to check down. We've seen him check down a couple of times tonight for that safety valve. There they got the first down as a result.
3T scoreboard update. 9 for Lafourche 7, Lutcher 10, Assumption 6.
Hey, boy, you said it today. You said you thought Assumption could run with him. First and 10 for the Tarpons from their own 43. Ogeron, design quarterback run. Maybe got a yard. Good job by the St. Louis defense that time. And then Carson got up from out of the pile and flopped. Didn't draw the 15-yard penalty he was hoping for. Worth a shot, I guess.
3, 2, 1, 7. 3, 2, 1, 7.
Second and 9 for South Lafourche. 10-20 and counting in the third quarter. Three receivers set with a tight end. Two receivers to the right, the tight end, and another receiver to the left. They give it to Dardar up the middle, drives across the 45, a short gain. Will bring up third and about 6.
We'll pick up a couple more yards.
Got it to the 47-yard line.
Tackle made by Mir.
Gotta get positive yards here for the Tarpons.
Yeah, if you get, I think, fourth and anything less than 5, you might go for it here. But
Another hard count.
let's see what happens here. Third and about 6.5, 7 yards for the Tarps. Ogeron in the gun. Under some initial pressure, he'll step up and look to run. He'll flank it out to Dardar, overshot him incomplete. Dardar wouldn't have got the first down, but he would have gotten a little closer. He would have gained some positive yards, but Carson was in the grasp and did a good job just getting that one away. Now what does BJ do?
Pass is incomplete.
Your defense is only allowed 7, but frankly, St. Louis has moved it on you. They've just kind of stalled out, and they are going to go for it on 4th and 6. Nope, Carson's going to punt it. And it is a beauty. Really good kick from Carson. Takes a nice roll.
Slow down.
And the Tarpons are going to kill that ball at the 4-yard line. What a good job by Carson Ogeron there. And St. Louis will be in a hole starting at their own 4. South Lafourche drove down the field 90-plus yards and scored. St. Louis will try to do the same. Dominic, what's the mood like on the sideline? Tarpons would have loved to score, but boy, you do keep some of that momentum with an excellent punt.
Our Tarpons cheerleader.
The 5-yard line.
See if they could get a tackle for a loss, brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. St. Louis will be in the gun with the quarterback standing in the end zone. That is always a vicarious position to be in.
Sarah Denoff,
Billion.
Cameron Dardar,
Ellie Blanchard.
Riley Emar,
Kate Blanchard.
Emmy Emar,
Pearson with Turner in the pistol.
Skylar Brumman.
Yeah, their tackle moved, but they didn't call it.
So St. Louis may have gotten away with a 2-yard penalty. Inside give to Turner, not much. Maybe got a yard. Good job by the Tarpon defense stringing that one out, and it'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Aubrey
Victoria Pete,
Not sure what the Saints will come back to this formation where they overload.
Carolina Lagarde.
Pete Rodriguez,
Calls will give and give.
Brian
And
St. Pierre,
Maddie
Dan Walker,
The Tarpons have
Bill Walker,
a lot of their defense on the line of scrimmage. Would they dare to try to put it in the air here? Pearson with Turner in the gun. They will hand it. Nope, the quarterback keeps it. He's leveled and dropped. Maybe got another yard. Kate Nelson swallowed that up. Pretty much no gain for the Saints. Biggest play of the game so far for the Tarpon defense. You get off right here, you should get great field position for your offense.
nice job up front by the Tarpon defense.
And when Pearson keeps the ball,
Pearson will be in an empty shotgun set. He's got 3 receivers flanked out to the right.
Holding in the end zone would be a safety, correct?
Yes, it would. 3rd and 9. Pearson rolls out. Throw it to the flats, and they've got a first down across the 15. That's number 88 on the grab. Trapping. That was just a little too easy there. Simple pitch and catch. The tight end in the flats was wide open.
Time to come through that route where tight end goes back and flats wide open.
Trips to the left now for St. Louis. They bought themselves a little breathing room, but still got a long way to go at the 17-yard line. Pearson sending Turner in motion. And we have a flag on the play, and we have a false start. So St. Louis has been flinching and moving a little bit tonight. Sometimes they get caught, sometimes they don't. There they do get sacked, and it's a 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15. Those of you just tuning in, 7:40 to go in the third quarter. St. Louis leads South Lafourche 7-6. The difference in the game right now, missed extra point. And I don't even know if you could call it a missed extra point. It was just like a buff snap. The ball never left Cesar's leg.
I want to remind everybody again, if you leave the stadium, you
Pearson
cannot
in the gun.
reenter. You will need to purchase another ticket.
Empty set. Now he's got Turner with him. He'll keep it up the middle. Not much. Very little, if anything, there. He'll get about a yard.
You cannot re-enter.
Abram Bird, Stelter. So great job by the Tarpon defense there. 2nd and 14.
Number 26, Abram Bird.
Boy, what the Tarpons would give to have that ball pop out. You can maybe get a short field. 2nd down and 14 for the Saints. Pearson again in an empty set. Let's see if he shuffles Turner into the formation in the backfield. He will. It's a pistol. Tarpons are shifting their defensive line around. He'll hand it to Turner. Bouncing outside. He's going to have a nice gain across the 20. Lowers his shoulder. He's hit and drops short of the sticks. So Turner gets a good gain, but he doesn't get the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and about 2.
Tackled by number 6 for the Tarpons, Miles Stelter. I'm sorry, Max Beaver.
Good job Abram Berg has done for the Tarpons, replacing Tyler Oldtown back on the defensive line. Just quietly does his job.
Big snap. 3rd and 2 for the St. Louis Saints. They've got that Wildcat look. They're going to run it to the left out of the Wildcat. Big wall. This is going to be a big play. Across the 40. He's going to be hit and dropped at the 45. Nope, he's not going to be hit and dropped. He's still running. They're the 25. I just don't understand the math. They've got an unbalanced formation to the left. Why are we not shifting defenders to the left to combat that? It turns into a big gain and partner. I think you're right. St. Louis could run that every time right now.
Snap to number 32, Monte.
Yeah, we're just not moving over. They get to the edge and broke a few tackles, picked up the extra yards.
They are now in Tarpon territory to the 24-yard line. Same formation, same look. Gentleman keeps it, number 32. There's a flag on the play that comes in. Got to the 18. That was another carry from Montnett, and it is a hold on St. Louis, so that helps. St. Louis has done a really good job of shooting themselves in the foot. Boy, they've had a lot of untimely penalties.
That time it looked like Miles Stelter he lost the ball, had his back turned to the line of scrimmage. Fortunately for Tarpons, a holding penalty.
It was a little bit up the field, so it won't be 1st and 20. It'll be 1st and about 16. And they do have the quarterback back in the game. It's not going to be Montnett and the Wildcat. It'll be Pearson and Turner in a pistol. Now a shotgun set. Pearson with that little pop pass to Turner, looking to turn the corner. He's got a wall, and the Tarpons catch him. 15, he's hit at the 10, he's dropped at the 5. A good little pass play there from St. Louis. Very simple offense, just putting their playmakers in space. Good blocking down the field by the receivers, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Saints.
Turner, the ball carrier.
1st and goal for the Saints.
Into the 3rd quarter score, I'll tell you after this play, but I didn't realize they were on the line already. Pearson in a shotgun set. Unbalanced to the right. Nope, they're running back left. Turner, and he's going to get close. Don't think he scored. The ball might be out. Yeah, the Tarpons say the ball is out. The officials disagree, but he's to the 1. Scoreboard update brought to you by 3T. At the end of the 3rd quarter, Lutcher leads Assumption 10-6, but Assumption's at the 25, driving to maybe try to take the lead.
Injury.
Injury timeout brought to you by Thibodeau Regional. We'll go check on an injured Tarpon.
Looks like Jakias, but that's
It's called dead.
Caius is not any of the Tarpon defenders on the field who are standing up. And usually he's out there every snap, so that is probably a pretty good guess. So we'll certainly hope that He's okay. St. Louis has pushed the ball down to the 1 yard line with 4:46 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, he looks to be in some pain. Kind of the hamstring.
Look, dude, you're running out of guys in that secondary. No Carmerdale, no Jarvis. If Jakias is going to be out for a little bit, you're getting thin in a hurry back there.
Although, looking at the knee, possibly.
See, Landon Jarvis is about to check back into the game. He's going to play both ways tonight. I'm Barbier checking on him. Defense using it almost as a mini timeout to try to get their ducks in a row.
Now he's sitting back up.
I think he's okay. Maybe got his ankle rolled a little bit because he is not putting much weight, if any, on that ankle. So Jakias Crisson gets a hand. That's going to be a tough one to replace. He's a good corner for the Tarpons, a senior leader.
And I'm going to guess knee injured because Barbier was looking, is that right knee that's injured. He was looking, like moving the left knee, I guess, to compare. Yeah, he's not putting any weight on it at all.
Yeah, so that doesn't look too good, does it? So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1 for St. Louis. Hopefully it's not as bad as it looks on the field with Jakias, who just limped off. Pearson will be with Turner in a pistol. That's not Turner. That's 25? 26. Ellender, Noah Ellender. Out of the pistol now in a shotgun set. Ellender's just going to be a blocker on the left side. Quarterback keeps it that way, and he's easily in. The St. Louis will make it 13-6. Unbalanced formation gets them pay dirt, and it's 13-6 with 4:34 to go in the third quarter.
That was number 1.
Yeah, Pearson.
And the Saints score.
A big extra point will be attempted here by the Saints to try to make it an 8-point game. Landon Daudrill, we saw him make a 50-yarder at halftime. So don't anticipate any problems here. He buries that one right down the middle. St. Louis adds 7 to the lead. It's 14-6, but we still got a bunch of game left. 4:34 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute on KLEB.
Daudrill kicks, and it's good. All right, the winner of the Cajun Crazies tonight in the student section is Mackenzie Griffin. Congratulations, Mackenzie. Thank you for your team spirit.
Team to 6. South Lafourche will get the kickoff. Daudrill kicked a touchback the last time.
Saints, 9 plays, 96 yards.
Second 90-yard drive of the day, 1 for each team. That'll be a touchback. Started at 20, almost out the back of the end zone. And B, you brought it up in the halftime report. I brought it up in the pregame. The St. Louis third quarter dominance continuing, up 7-0 so far in this third quarter. Let's see if the Tarpons could make right on that next drive opportunity here. You know what that tells me when you're really good in the third quarter? You have a really damn good coach. That's halftime adjustments. That's getting your guys motivated, reset, recharge. That's a big feather in Coach Mathern's cap.
And if you talk to him, the first thing he's going to say that he has a great coaching staff.
Yep. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Tarpons are in the gun. Gordar, straight drop. Throws it down the middle. Berg's got it. It's the Golden Motors first down to the 35-yard line. 15.
And that'll be a Tarpon first down.
Got about a little 12-yard out Camden caught it, worked up the field slightly. It is a Golden Motors first down. And what the heck? We haven't had a deep pass, so let's make that one a blue boot bomb.
Talking about coaches, we got to
And that'll be a Tarpons
Absolutely.
touchdown.
Tarpons got to score and got to convert a two-pointer.
Number 18, Kale Weininger.
First and 10 from the 35-yard line. Trips to the left. That's the weak side of the field. Ogeron will keep it, designed run. He is leveled and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. It was number 6
Second and 11.
for St. Louis who made the stop. That would be Mir, Luke
Tackle by
Mir.
number 6, Luke Mir.
We've called his name out a
Ogeron
bunch
keeps the
tonight.
ball. A loss on the play.
I think you're right, by the way, partner.
It'll be second and
Jakias has
11.
an ice bag on his knee, so it is a knee injury for Jakias.
Tackle by number 6.
See Ryan relaying some information to the family right now. Second and 11, Carson steps up, looking to run, trying to bounce outside. Boy, I think Carson would have been better served cutting up the middle. There's a flag that comes in. So I don't know that this would have stood even had he broke one. It is holding on South Lafourche. I think Brock might decline this one because you had him for a 2-yard loss. It would be 3rd and 13 or 2nd and 21. I think they might decline it, and I think they did. Yeah, I think that's the right call.
Penalty against the Tarpons.
Penalty is declined.
BJ got a touchdown out of a trick play in a big spot. Does he have any rabbits in his hat here on 3rd and 13? Trips to the right.
Penalty is declined.
Ogeron. Straight drop, has a decent little pocket, steps up and throws. It's caught by Petrie.
That's good.
And Golden Motors first down. Terrence Petrie.
down.
He needed 13. He got 13 and about an inch. And it's a Golden Motors first down.
First down.
Just that little wiggle after T caught the pass allowed Petrie to get the first down. The Tarpons get a big one when they need it, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 45.
And I don't think Coach McDermott's too happy on that. Good job out front, up the line, giving Carson time to throw the football.
I'm glad you said that because I was about to say the same. We could give Carson and Petrie all the credit in the world, but he had a lot of time to get that ball out. 1st and 10. Ogeron on a design quarterback sweep. Gets a good block from Meathead. Cuts inside. Driving across the sticks. Carson owes Meathead a bag of chips in recess on Monday. Was Meathead pancaked somebody, allowing Carson to spring that run. It's a gain of 12 and another Golden Motors first down in the St. Louis territory.
And a nice job by Carson waiting for it in order to get up there to give him that job.
2:28 in the 3rd quarter. St. Louis up 14-6, but the Tarpons are driving. In the gun. Ogeron will hand it to Dardar, and he's going to be dropped after about a 2-yard gain. He was trying to squeeze through a little crack between the tackle and the guard, just couldn't do it. Number 32 for St. Louis made the stop. Go to my handy-dandy roster. That's Monta. That's the guy who runs on the unbalanced shotgun sets. So St. Louis has guys playing both ways tonight, too. Strong side of the field to the right for the Tarpons on 2nd and 8. Ogeron. Throw it to Alamon. Works to get up the field. Titan driving, and they're going to push him forward for Golden Motors first down. St. Louis is more interested in ripping than they were tackling, and a late flag comes in. The Tarpons might get 15 more. South Lafourche gave up a 15-yarder early, but I think this one's on St. Louis for a late hit.
It is.
And if we're correct in that prognostication, we will be in the Absolute Fitness red zone. Dead ball. Personal foul on the Saints. So the Tarpons will now be in the red zone. That getting to the red zone hadn't been the problem tonight. Turning the red zone into points has been the issue.
We have a dead ball personal foul against the Saints.
We'll mark it at the 19-yard line. Foolish penalty from the Saints. Tarpons can make it hurt. Strong side of the field to the right. Tarpons have trips that way. Ogeron tries the hard count. They flinch, but not into the neutral zone. Play clock still at 15, so you got an eternity. Making some checks at the line. Ogeron will hand it to Dardar. Nice hole. And he's getting dropped near the 15, so a gain of about 4.
Nice job of Aiden Bruce on the Tarpon front right side. Good job of blocking.
So the Tarpons are 15 yards away from maybe having a 2-point try to tie this game up. 1:10 and counting in the third quarter. St. Louis up by 8. It's 2nd and 6 from the Saints' 15-yard line. Strong side of the field to the left. Tarpons have trips that way. Ogeron will keep it up the right side, and he's bottled up. Back to the 18-yard line, number 6 on the tackle. Mir. That'll push it back to the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Tarpons. Got 2 plays to get 10 yards.
And again, the Saints are just so darn quick on defense.
Yeah, Carson all year long has been making tacklers miss. He's not made very many misses here tonight. 3rd and 10, empty shotgun set. Ogeron under pressure. They send the blitz. He steps up, and down he goes. At the 22-yard line, St. Louis got him. The pocket collapsed. And BJ's looking kind of flailing his hands in the air because he had some receivers open down the field, but the pressure just didn't allow him to see it. It'll be 4th and 15 when play resumes. This will be the end of the third quarter with our score, St. Louis 14, South Lafourche 6. We'll be back in 1 minute with the final regulation quarter here from Galliano. We'll be right back on KLEB.
Great news, home of businesses. We're here. We are Rev, a telecommunications provider with powerful solutions and unmatched local support. We've been bringing Louisiana people, businesses, and culture together for 85 years. Our fiber network delivers superior internet, phone, and security. It's big business technology with small business personal service. For a limited time, get up to $300 off business services. Call or visit us today at letsrev.biz.
Pass is complete. Promotion on a meathead. The Saints will get the ball on turnover and downs.
Welcome back here. We've got a 4th and 15 for South Lafourche. Ball back at the 22-yard line. Still a ways to go before we're playing the fourth quarter. The officials are just now moving the football. So a little bit more than a 1-minute break here, which I'm sure is welcome for the Tarpons. Gives BJ a little extra time to think of what play he's got on his play sheet for a 4th and 15. I know this. He's going to have something in his playbook for 4th and 15. Don't know if it's going to work or not, but he's going to have some sort of wrinkle here.
Whatever it is, look for Colt DeCure to be involved in it.
Yeah, he's usually one of the bandits involved in the trickery. He is going to be flanked out all the way to the left. Tarpons got to get to about the 9-yard line. They're at the 24. First things first, you got to protect Carson and give him a pocket. 4th and 15. Ogeron rolls out to the right. They'll throw it back to the left. Dardar's got the catch, but he's not going to get the first down. He gets to about the 16. So a good pitch and catch for the Tarpons to get a little bit of field position, but not anything near the first down. And St. Louis with 11:51 to go in regulation will take over. And now, if you're the Tarpons defense, you got to get a stop here.
One of the Tarpon players looking at their own down marker on first down.
Not quite.
That happens a lot to me.
Now your defense got to stiffen up. 11:51 to go. St. Louis is going to want to work the clock, and they're going to want to go up 2 scores. In the shotgun. Pearson with a hard count. They don't budge. See if they run it or throw it. Could be a designed quarterback run from Pearson across the 20. Got about 3 or 4. Pretty good gain. Nearly dropped the snap, though. Good hands there holding onto that football. Now we'll give him 5. He had a really good game on first down.
Good job by the defensive front, because that time they had a stunt. Linebacker went from the hole, went to the opposite side. So defensive front did a good job stopping that play.
Hey, Nelson's limping. I don't like to see that. He may have re-aggravated the ankle. 2nd and 5. Turner in motion. It's a sweep run to the outside. Turner's going to turn the corner and have a big gain. He's going to be hustled down to the 38-yard line. That has just become the Tarpons' kryptonite in recent weeks. Teams are running long stretch run plays and are turning the corner, getting big yards. And it was actually Carson Ogeron who made the tackle on that play. Carson's going both ways. We said running out of bodies in the secondary. Got to ask Carson to go try to make something happen. Turner in motion. Play action. Quarterback will keep it, try to bounce outside, makes a man miss. Still fighting, and he's going to get to the 45-yard line. Good hard run from Luke Pearson that time. Picked up about 7 to the 46-yard line.
That was a good play design for the Saints right there. Did that little read play, and if he'd have handed the ball off, the Tarpons would have ate that alive.
Carson checks out of the game. He might just be a 3rd down option in the secondary. Nope, never mind. He's still back there. My apologies. 2nd and 3. Trips to the left.
Handoff to 24, Turner.
Pearson.
Pick up a yard on the play.
Sending a man in motion. That is
Tackle made by number
Sarverney. Now he's sending Tate in motion. Outside run to Tate. There they go. Turn the corner across midfield. And he's going to be tripped up at the 35. The Tarpons are just not able to stop the outside stretch runs, and I think they're going to see a heavy dose of them the rest of this game. St. Louis has found something that they like.
Again, we're making tackles from behind. But we're making them.
Yep. But you're giving up too much ground in the process. They're getting 10, 12, 15 yards a pop right now. 9:55 to go in regulation. Pearson and St. Louis knocking on the door. Pearson, design quarterback run. Not much that time. He turned it into more than I thought, though. He got to about the 32, 33-yard line, gain of about 3.
See Nelson limping.
Yeah, he has been limping this whole drive. I think he has re-aggravated that ankle a little bit, unfortunately. But he is still toughing it out.
You would think the Saints would not go to the air right here and keep running the ball.
A, they're having success. B, they're working the clock. 9:15 and counting in the 4th quarter with an 8-point St. Louis lead. Pearson with Turner in a pistol. Handed to Turner, bouncing outside. Better job by the Tarpons that time. Gain of about 2. It'll bring up 3rd and about 6.
Good job by Carson Ogeron coming up. 45. Callan Dewey. Kobe Bruce looks to be holding his right arm, but he looks to be fine. Yep. Just give a thumbs up to the coaches on the sideline.
Terrebonne leads East St. John 14-10 late in the 3rd quarter. Scoreboard update brought to you by 3T. 3rd and 6 for the Saints. Pearson hands it to Turner. Nothing. He would have got leveled even had he not tripped. The Tarpons had great penetration there from Vedros. And that'll be 4th and 8. Oh, boy. With 8 minutes in counting, this game is getting sharp. And this is a huge play for the Tarpons if they want to have any chance of winning this ball game. 4th down and about 8.5. They're going to have to get to the 24-yard line.
Watch for the tight end in the flats again.
Pearson in the pistol. Comes with a hard count. Tarpons ain't biting. Shuffling personnel. It's unbalanced to the left. That's the strong side of the field. Quarterback bootlegs that way. Has a man open down the field, and it's a touchdown. Trey Tate got behind everybody, and St. Louis will add to their lead 20-6 on a 4th down pitch and catch to Tate. The Cardinals sin. Can't let anybody get behind you, and boy, they got behind him with ease there.
That was about a 33-yard line. And the ball held up enough. I thought it was Ogeron maybe back there. Thought he had a chance to come and knock it away.
So extra point try as St. Louis has really grabbed control here. Gaudrill with 7:26 to go, looking to add one more point to the advantage. Have a scoreboard update for you after this play from E.D. White and Berwick. Snap is there, kick is up, and it is good. It's 21-6 St. Louis. Scoreboard update brought to you by 3T. E.D. White leads Berwick 56-14. So the Cardinals have shaken off that slow start. Let's take a 1-minute break. When we get back, the Tarpons will try to rally down 15 on KLEB.
The quarterback,
Pass is intercepted, but there's a flag on the play.
You're standing right in front of him.
Welcome back. It is 21-6. St. Louis leads South Lafourche. Be kicking it away after the long touchdown grab. 7:26 to go for the Tarpons, who got to make it happen in a hurry. Tate on the reception, Pearson on the throw. Gaudrill will be kicking it away. Kick. And the return men just immediately walk to the sidelines because that is out of the back of the end zone. And the Tarpons will take over the 20.
Remind everyone, Casey, Tuesday night here at Memorial Stadium, LCO and Golden Medal. Final middle school game of the year.
2nd and 10 for the
Dude,
Tarpons.
you did a good job play-by-play on the middle school games this year. I know you were nervous about it. You've never done it before, but, man, good work.
Hey, it was challenging. Appreciate it.
For sure, man. Saved me, because if I would have had to do all them games, I would be coughing and yakking, and, yeah, it wouldn't be good with the sore voice that I got. 1st and 10 for the Tarpons from their own 20. It's got to happen pretty quick now, down 2 scores. Ogeron, straight drop, has a good pocket. Now he's flushed out to the right. We'll throw it up in the air. DeCure's there, but it's going to be pass interference on an interception. The defensive back just threw DeCure down and then caught the pass. I mean, you can't do that. Oh, we have a scoreboard update that is going to shock the people listening. With 1 minute left to go, Assumption scores and gets the 2-point conversion. They lead Lutcher 14-10. Assumption is a minute away from maybe winning the district championship.
Now they still got a big one
against Vanderbilt, but they could almost guarantee themselves a share of the district championship. And they're going to move up them power rankings if they hold on. And it was interference here on St. Louis, by the way, so the ball will now be at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, official right on the call. It's a good call by the official.
Yeah, defensive back just threw the receiver down. 1st and 10. Ogeron, again with a pretty good pocket. Gets it down the middle, incomplete, intended for Berg. That's one thing that St. Louis is doing well, and I'm sure Coach McKern will be proud of his team for this. They're covering down the field. There's not very many openings for those receivers, even when Carson has time to throw.
Tarpons still have time. They can run the ball with Carson or with Dardo. Just wonder how much he took out of course and played a little series of defense this last time.
Yep, he was running all over the place. 2nd and 10, 5-receiver empty shotgun set. Carson flushed out to the left. Now steps back up in the pocket, gets a good little block. Now he'll throw it down the field as far as he can. It's tipped up in the air and incomplete. Terrence Petrie tried to make a surface catch, but a great job again by the secondary of the Saints. It'll be 3rd and 10.
An effort by Terrence Petrie trying to catch that ball.
I said this last week after he made the one-handed catch. I've been coaching him since he's 4. I would be more surprised if he wasn't giving you 110%. That kid has been a warrior since he has been playing sports. 3rd and 10. Tarpons got to get to the 45-yard line. Oh, my goodness gracious. Do I have a scoreboard update for you?
Oh, I'm going to tell Lutcher scores.
3rd and 10. Orgeron under pressure. Throw it down the middle. Petrie's got it. Golden Motors first down across midfield and a blue boot bomb. They got 17. Roby. Lutcher didn't score. Assumption kicked an onside kick and got it.
Oh, wow.
Will Broussard rolling the dice. It's looking like Assumption's going to get the win against Lutcher tonight on the road. Crazy things happening in our local 4A district. The Tarpons here playing 1st and 10 from the 49, 6:34 and counting. Orgeron throws it as far as he can. Caught by Berg. Blue boot bomb across the 30. Big pitch and catch. Now the Tarpons are cooking with grease, trying to get it to the end zone.
Another Tarpons first down.
Nice catch by Berg on that last play.
Off Carson's hand. I thought the ball was intended for the sideline receiver, and then Camden just kind of jumped up and made the grab. But boy, you've been here all night and only have 6 points to show for it. Can the Tarpons finally break through? Orgeron in the gun. Steps up into a throw down the middle. Ooh, that was a dangerous one. It was intended for Camden, but there were more white shirts than blue shirts there.
2nd and 10 for the Tarpons.
And we got a couple of St. Louis guys injured on the play. We got a lineman and a secondary guy. The lineman is up and will limp off. The secondary guy is getting stretched out for cramps. 74 is the injured lineman. That is Dennis, and then we'll get you an ID on the injured guy in the secondary.
With the heavy pressure, and the offensive line is doing a pretty good job of protecting Carson right here, giving him time to throw. See if the Tarpons can come maybe with some type of quarterback draw.
So we certainly are thinking about the young man injured on the field. Looks like it's just a cramp. They're stretching that calf out. Easy for me to say just a cramp when it's not me having one, because, boy, those are painful as heck.
Waiting an update from Coach Rod to see if that game went down.
I don't know how it wouldn't. You know, if Assumption's up with a minute left with the ball, see if we can get an ID on the young man who's walking off of the field now. 32, it looks like. Yep, 32. I won't tell you who that is. That is Graham Montnett. Boy, he's been all over the field playing both ways, so maybe a little fatigue setting in for him.
Still a lot of time to go in this game.
Yep, if you're just tuning in, the Tarpons trail 21-6 with 6:19 to go, but they have the ball at the St. Louis 26 or 27-yard line, trying to make it a one-score game again. 2nd and 10. Orgeron the gun. Throw a bomb as far as he can. The Cure going for it. Incomplete. The officials wanted interference. I think it's a pretty good no call. They were both fighting for the football, and it'll go incomplete.
Yeah, it was a close play, but the officials right there on the spot.
Silas DeVille in coverage for the Saints. Tarpons got a couple of those early. I think that was a pretty good no call. I think that they were both just fighting for it. Coach Rod tells us Assumption has the ball, 49 seconds remaining, but it's 4th down, so Lutcher must have had all their timeouts. 3rd and 10 for the Tarpons here. Orgeron It's a screen to Dardar. He makes a man miss, works up the field, driving his legs. He's got a first down. Golden Motors first down to the 14-yard line. Good, hard running by Meathead once he made the play. And the Tarpons are now in the absolute fitness red zone.
Give a ton of credit to Dardar right there. Caught the ball, made a guy miss.
He will have to leave the game for one play. Helmet comes off. The Tarpons are actually going to get Abram Berg into the game to take his place at running back.
We have an injury.
Yeah, we've got a Saint who is maybe looking a little woozy. So Brock's going to hustle him off.
See if they can pop a little Berg right up the middle.
5:48 and counting. Tarpons down 15, but they're in the absolute fitness red zone. Ogeron rolls out. Throws it to the corner of the end zone. Deflected away. Good defense play that time. Coach Rod tells us Assumption went for it on first down and got it. On fourth down and got it. So now that's got to be it. Ball game. Assumption gets a win over the Lutcher Bulldogs tonight.
What was that final?
14-10. So now you've got a job to do, but I don't have his phone number. You got to book Will Broussard for tomorrow morning.
Got it.
2nd and 10 for the Tarpons at the 15-yard line. They hand it to Meathead. Driving near the 10. The Tarpons have a young man with a helmet off. That's Wells. Meathead will get to near the 10-yard line. Sawyer will have to leave. That's the second time Sawyer's hat comes off.
Assumption 14.
3rd and 6. You could tell that Lutcher defense is a senior-laden defense because, boy, they bend, but they just don't break. 3rd and 6 for the Tarps. And it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Tarps because the hard count got him to jump off sides. Ellender has defeated Vanderbilt. That's a final.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. Vanderbilt has defeated Ellender. I'm so sorry about that. Vanderbilt has defeated Ellender. I don't know where my head was there.
I caught that right.
Yes. Vanderbilt has defeated Ellender soundly. My apologies. 3rd and 1. Ogeron into the flats. Meathead will walk in. 21-12. Another important extra point will be coming up now. To stay in this ball game, you got to convert. Make it a one-score game. It's 21-12. How about Meathead showing that he's got some receiving skills tonight? But here's the kicker. You got to make this extra point or it's all for naught and it's still a two-score game. DJ calls timeout. The Tarpons were looking like they were going to run a trick play.
We'll have the final score for the Assumption Lutcher game tonight. Assumption 14, Lutcher 10.
Fans are applauding Assumption getting a win over Lutcher, and then there's also some who's and ahs of, "Now you lying, that ain't right." But Assumption gets the win over the Bulldogs tonight.
The PA announced I put the no foot on the window. Not true.
We're kidding if you're listening, folks. It is true. We are kidding. We're not just making up that score. We want to thank Coach Rod for sending it to us. What do you think here, decision going for 2? Most of the time when it's this spot, you save it for the second one, but you did miss an extra point earlier.
Well, look, right here. If you go for 2 here and you don't get it, it's a 2-score game, correct?
You probably got to kick an onside kick or something like that at that point.
You got to go for it once sometime.
Looks like Petrie's at quarterback and Carson's at – this is some kind of trick play here.
Without a doubt.
They're going to probably toss it to Carson, who might toss it to a receiver. Let's see. Nope, Petrie goes in motion. He's running off the field. Ogeron will do a jump pass. Did they catch it?
Got it.
Yes, he did. A jump pass from Carson Ogeron. A little confusing, but it worked, and the Tarpons convert. It's 21-14, exactly 5 minutes to go. We'll be back in 1 minute. Put on your seatbelts on KLEB.
21-14.
Flag going to play on the far side of the field. No flag. No flag on the play.
What the hell? Piece of shit!
Before the Tarpons kick this ball, let's go down to Dominic on the sideline. What's the mood like? Tarpons just scored and made it a one-possession game again. Hey, let's see. Tarpons might be getting a little tricky. St. Louis only has one return man deep. If you could put that ball around the 25-yard line, it's a foot race to see who can maybe go out there and get it. Or do you do just a straight onside kick, which is kind of how Cesar's positioned right now. Let's see, 5 minutes still in the clock, and he's gonna do an onside kick. Gets a big hop.
Got a flag.
And it's gonna be offsides on.
All right,
on St. Louis.
4:59 left.
Let's see.
Boy,
Boy, and the Tarpons were looking like they were maybe going to recover that ball. There's a flag at the 46, and there's going to be, oh my goodness, no flag. So we stopped the play on an onside kick as the Tarpons recovered. BJ is predictably furious. Oh my goodness. Just a tough break for
But
South
it's the
Lafourche.
official on the far side of the field. So why?
There was a flag on the far sideline, and it got picked up on a Tarpons onside kick that they recovered. Oh, man, man, man.
Another big stop by the Tarpons defense.
Now do they try it again? Now St. Louis is going to for sure know that it's coming. Let's see.
Delta, number 5 and number 75.
It is another onside kick, and this one's fielded by St. Louis. If I would be a Tarpon fan who paid my $10 to get in, I would be booing very loudly, and here they are. Because the Tarpons just got wrong there. It'll be 1st and 10 for St. Louis.
All right, Tarpons fans. 4:59 left. Let's make some noise for our defense.
Truck is down from Winsdale and there.
1st and 10.
We have an injured player on the other side of the field.
Yeah.
It's a handoff to Turner. Not much. Got to about the 50-1. St. Louis will continue to work the clock. 4:50. BJ called a timeout earlier in the half, so South Lafourche has just 2 left.
He better block Miles Shelton right here. If not, he can come pop that ball loose.
Yeah, Miles looks a little angry, doesn't he? 2nd and 9. St. Louis going to work every second off of the play clock, as well they should. 4:25 and counting. There's still 14 on the play clock. That unbalanced shotgun look. Not much this time. Driving to about the 48. So good job by the Tarpon defense getting a stop that time. That was Mockman on the carry. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Miles Delta, number 5 and number 75.
I get asked all the time. Casey, you work, you go to games every night. Why do you do that to yourself? This is why. This has been an awesome high school football game right here. 3rd and 7. The crowd ready to roar. Pearson in a pistol. They're looking to the sidelines. They've got trips to the right. Do they dare put it in the air here and risk an incompletion? Pearson will drop back the throw to the sideline. It's caught, and it's a first down to the 38. Threw it out into the flats, and they get a first down. They also got out of bounds, which should stop the clock.
Player on the other side of the field.
Anytime St. Louis has wanted some yardage through the air, they've been able to just kind of roll out, hit somebody open in the flats, and there they get a critical first down with 3:32 to go.
Trying to ID the injured player.
Yeah, we have an injured Tarpon on the sideline. Look at 20. Okay, David Green is injured. Crowd is going silent as Haven walks off. Hopefully he's okay.
So let's see if they mark him out of bounds. A lot of times they stop the play before. I would think he's out. Yes.
Yep, so the clock should stay stopped, which is almost like a free timeout for the Tarpons, but you got to get off the field at some point. 44 late to check into the game for the Tarpons. Tucker Dantin for Green, who has to leave the game for one play because of the injury. I watched Tucker play some JV. He's a good ball player. Don't be surprised if he makes a play. 1st and 10. Pearson with an inside handoff to Turner. Big hole. And he gets outside. He's pushed out of bounds again, but they get another first down. And remember, St. Louis has a field goal kicker that could reach from here, so they are already in field goal range with 3:26 to go.
Turner, the ball carrying the play.
Got it to the 26-yard line. Just frustrating, man. They're lining up, and they're just jamming it down your throat right now. Tarpons have got to stiffen up a little bit. Big, heavy formation. They hand it to Turner. Now he's thrown for a loss. Nelson by the brought to by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. Tackle for a loss. Nelson got into the backfield. It'll be 2nd and 13. 3:10 and counting. The Tarpons will not call one of their timeouts there, but I think the next 2 plays, if you're successful, I think is when you use them.
Do we have 2 or 1?
2. According to the scoreboard, at least 2.
Turner carries the ball.
2nd and 13.
Timeout call.
42nd clock at 40.
Yeah, that has to be being kept at the field.
What is going on?
That's going to have been being kept on the field, because if not, they're going to just drain the rest of the game over. So the official finally sees it. We're going to have to go back and add a bunch of time and then start the play clock back. Our clock keepers this year at every level have been not very good. And I'm not saying that it's biased one way or another. You know, it's happened against everybody that we've seen, but we have seen some big-time struggles from the folks that are keeping those things this year.
Tarpon fans are not happy. I don't blame them.
Well, what you got to do is you got to put it back to almost 3 minutes and then reset it to 40. I mean, that's the only way you can do it. You can't just start at 40 from here. They drain 25 seconds off the clock while waiting. Okay, so there you go. You add it to 2:58. And now we're gonna fix it, but it's something that shouldn't have happened.
St. Louis. Now it's gonna be 40.
Yeah, this is about what it should have been.
They snapped the ball.
Are they gonna really be in their stance for 40 seconds? That's what it looks like. It's a false start waiting to happen. And with a hard count, not biting. Now they'll snap it with 20. They'll give it to Turner. He's driving. He's dropped at the 24. I understand what Coach Mathern and them were trying to do. You can't ask those boys to be in their stance for a minute, but nobody asked you to be in your stance for a minute. You should have got back in the huddle. The Tarpons call their second timeout.
That's 20 seconds.
2:31 to go here. St. Louis up by 7, 21-14. It'll be 3rd and 8. 1 Tarpon timeout. If they get a first down here, it's pretty much a wrap.
You know, they called the timeout on the conversion, the 2-point conversion.
I think that's the only one.
Yes. Fisher just told Coach Young one timeout.
So you got the chance to stop it one more time. But again, if you give up this first down, they're going to be able to bleed it down to nothing. So a huge play coming up. Thibodeau leads Central Lafourche 22-14 with 5:31 to go in the fourth quarter. Overall, they brought you by 3 teams. Terrebonne 21, East St. John 10 in the fourth quarter, 8 minutes left to go.
I don't think you throw the ball right here, Casey.
I wouldn't. But they've had success throwing it, so we'll see. You do have a senior quarterback. 3rd and 8. Pearson will hand it to Turner, and he's going to get the first down.
I think.
Boy, on 3rd and 8, giving up a first down on an inside run is awfully tough.
Maybe not.
I thought he got it. I thought he got a pretty bad spot.
They do.
Yeah, there he got it. And now, with the Tarpons having one timeout, St. Louis can milk this thing almost dry. You had 2 3rd and longs on this drive, and you couldn't get off the field on either one. And that's going to end up probably being the straw that breaks the camel's back.
They got to reset the 40 seconds.
140 and counting. The Tarpons could stop it one more time. And then after that, they don't have to run another. They could take 3 knees if they want this game to be over. They snap it at 10, though, which is a help to the Tarpons. And Turner's dropped for a loss. It's a tackle for a loss brought by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. The clock just does not stop, even though the Tarpons called a timeout. Embarrassing. Still hasn't stopped. Now, look, they're going to add the time back, right? That's not what we're concerned about. But, I mean, we've got to know that, hey, when the referee is doing this, you hit the button to stop.
But, that's your job.
And it has been a problem all night long tonight. Now, I will tell you this game, if St. Louis manages the clock well, this game should be over. You've got 2 plays now where you could run 40 seconds off. 40 and 40 is 120. So all you tell your quarterback is just roll out for a couple of seconds, then fall down, and this game will be over. You can do it twice. So St. Louis should be, if they're aware, should be in the victory formation here, and I think this game's over.
See how much time they're going to put back on it.
I think they already put it. They went to 108. They added it to 123. So I think they've already fixed that. And if Coach Mathern knows how to manage a clock, this game should be over without them running another play. You've got 2 plays of 40 seconds, which is 1 minute and 20. There's 1:23 on the clock. The kneel down's going to take a little time. And it doesn't look like they're taking a knee. This is foolish. They're running an outside run and are going to stay in bounds.